That is hot. That is a hot coffee. Today, we're talking about underrated watches. I love talking about those watches that don't get the love or YouTube coverage that they deserve. I feel like I'm personally suffering with a bad case of Rolex fatigue, and I don't want to see another video on the Explorer or on the GMT. You know, I'm just craving something new and fresh and different. Also, if you're wondering why my background is different than usual, we're currently dog sitting for some friends, which means we get to stay in their beautiful house. We have this lovely English countryside background behind us, and we get to hang out with these two stinkers. Okay, so here's my top 7 underrated watches. So I needed to start this list with the Hermes H08. This is a watch I've been kind of keeping tabs on these past couple years, and the more I look into it, the more that I think this is a seriously underrated watch. In recent years, Hermes has been investing a noteworthy amount of money and resources into developing its watchmaking division. The H08 collection was first introduced at Watches and Wonders 2021, and it was met with a surprisingly positive reception from the watch collecting community. And it's easy to see why. This watch is everything that I look for: sporty and useful design, almost industrial feeling, but also quite quirky and different. The H08 is available in titanium, black titanium, composite, and rose gold. It has a 39mm cushion case, 100 meters water resistance, and is powered by the Hermes manufacture caliber H1837 movement, giving you 50 hours of power reserve. I feel like this watch is quirky and unique, and it doesn't feel like it's trying to be anything else. I really need to get one of these on the channel to review, get hands-on with an H08. Okay, moving on. Next watch we need to talk about is the Globemaster. I feel like I said that weird. Globemaster. So at first glance, the Constellation Globemaster sounds like a lot of other watches. Stainless steel case, 39mm diameter, 49mm lug to lug, and 100 meters of water resistance. But it's really the design language that makes this model so special. Mid-century modern design, drawing from the heritage of the Constellation collection, meeting those modern specifications. Pie-pan dial, fluted bezel. It is the best of Omega heritage and the go anywhere do anything specifications we've come to expect from the brand. Inside this watch is the coaxial master chronometer caliber 8900, METS approved, and can withstand 15,000 Gauss. Great watch, great movement. Only complaint from me is the 12.6mm thickness. Moving on to Chopard. Now, I already feel like Chopard as a brand is underrated and doesn't get the love it deserves. And while the sporty, Genta-esque Alpine Eagle collection gets some love, the LUC collection is criminally overlooked. The LUC line is Chopard's haute horology timepieces, world timers, ultra-thin, precious metals. If I could just highlight the LUCs that I find especially compelling: the LUC GMT1, 42mm titanium GMT. It's cool, functional, and not trying to be a Rolex. I love it. The Time Traveler 1, once again, 42mm automatic titanium GMT, but this one is also a world time. Now going a bit more dressy, because I love a good dress watch. The XPS and the XPS Twist feels very Patek. Beautiful in-house caliber movement, only 3.3mm thick. And my personal favorite, the LUC 1860. So 36.5mm, 3.3mm thick, stunning salmon guilloche dial, faithful to the original proportions and design of the original LUC of 1860. I think Chopard as a brand deserves more love. This is making me want to do a whole dedicated video to the brand, their history and unique turmoil. So if this is something you want to see, put Chopard us up in the comment section right now. Do it. But then there's also the chance you don't want to see that video. Okay, I know I shamelessly bring up Nomos at every chance I can. I'm sorry, but this is also my YouTube channel, and I like Nomos. So I want to talk about the Nomos Club. This is the go anywhere, do anything line. It's robust and ready for anything. So I own the Club Campus in deep pink, but I've also been hands-on with the Club Sport Neomatik, which uniquely comes on a bracelet. Looking at the specifications, the Club Neomatik has a case material of stainless steel, 200 meters of water resistance, and the automatic in-house caliber DUW 3001. This watch is available in 37 and 42 millimeters, but I always recommend erring on the smaller side with Nomos. Long lugs have become a bit of a brand distinctive, so Nomos watches always wear larger than they sound. Okay, moving on and looking at the Breitling Premier. Like the Chopard LUC, this is a line of watches that I just couldn't narrow down to a single model. The entire Premier collection is undervalued. Now I know the B09 chronograph had a bit of a moment a couple years back, notably with the pistachio dial. Beautiful watch. But there are some other delicious nuggets in the Premier line, with my favorite being the B15 Duograph. A split chronograph complication for £8,800 seems insane to me. This is a very strong offering from Breitling. So the B15 has a case size of 42 millimeters, 100 meters of water resistance, and inside this watch is the manufacturer caliber B15 mechanical movement, giving you 70 hours of power reserve. So my big complaint with this one is the 15.3 millimeters of thickness. That's too big.
That's what she said.
That's too crazy, Breitling. But it is Breitling experimenting with high complications. A chronograph is challenging enough, let alone a split chrono. Underrated. Next watch we need to talk about is the Girard-Perregegaux Laureato. Girard-Perregegaux is yet another Swiss watch company with heritage and great watchmaking coming out of the wazoo. But they need a better marketing team. So the Laureato has some serious Genta vibes, but it was not designed by the legendary designer. This watch was first released in 1975, so it predates the Nautilus and surfaced 3 years after the Royal Oak. It is available in 34, 38, and 42 millimeters, clou de Paris dial, 100 meters of water resistance, and inside this watch is the GP01800, giving you 54 hours of power reserve. I think the Laureato is often considered a Royal Oak homage, which I think is unfair, and I could do a whole video dedicated to that. I think people judge Girard-Perregegaux too fast without doing any real research or without being hands-on with any GP watches. Okay, last but not least is a Finnish watch brand that I stalk on Instagram. S.U.F. S.U.F. I don't know if it's S.U.F. or S.U.F. So I'm just going to interchange both of them, so I'm right half of the time. But today I wanted to especially highlight their field watch offering, the S.U.F 180. Minimal, sporty, all those things I'm looking for in a watch. So this model has a case size of 38.7 millimeters, a lug-to-lug of 46.4, and 9.4 millimeters thickness. Inside this watch is a slightly different caliber, the Chopard A10, giving you 42 hours of power reserve. I've been dying to get one of these on the channel and review it, so S.U.F, S.U.F, if you're watching and if you're desperate enough to send me a 180 press piece to drool over, I would die. But these are hard enough to get. It feels like they're always sold out. These are priced at £2,700, and I think these are a really strong alternative to other field watches that are out there. Anyways, guys, these are the 7 underrated watches that I've been dying to talk about. Did I miss your favorite underrated watch? Comment it down below. I'd love to hear about it in the comments. And don't forget to do all that YouTube stuff. Like, comment, subscribe. Yeah. Do it. So something absolutely no one knew during this video was this whole time I had a little doggy sleeping at my feet. Oh, you're so cute. Anyways, I know I say it all the time, but it's true. Patrons really do keep this channel going and keep me afloat. So thank you so much to my fabulous, wonderful patrons, most notably the Pope tier patrons. And even more notably than that, newest Pope tier patron, RJ. Yay! Thank you so much. Thank you all for supporting my channel. I'm just blessed with the best. All right, bye guys.